Get ready for a wild ride as we count down the craziest sideline collisions in college football history. From bone-crushing hits to jaw-dropping pile-ups, these moments have left fans in shock and players in awe. Let's relive the most intense and unexpected collisions that have made college football so thrilling. Number 10. Ohio State vs. Michigan, 2003. In 2003, the legendary rivalry between Ohio State and Michigan produced one of the wildest sideline collisions in college football history. Just as he neared the boundary, Michigan safety Ernest Shazor came barreling in, and the two collided at full speed right in front of a row of photographers and coaching staff. The impact was so powerful that Krenzel and Shazor both tumbled into the crowd of people, taking several photographers down with them. The collision was caught on camera from multiple angles, quickly becoming a viral clip. It wasn't just the players who felt the impact. This moment served as a reminder of the intensity of college football rivalries, and it left fans in awe of the physicality that these athletes bring to the field. Number 9. Clemson vs. North Carolina State, 2014. During a 2014 matchup between Clemson and North Carolina State, Clemson receiver Mike Williams became the center of a jaw-dropping sideline collision. Just as he approached the sideline, he was tackled hard, sending him flying out of bounds. His momentum carried him directly into Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney, who was watching the play intently. The collision knocked Swinney off his feet, sending him sprawling backward. The incident was caught live on television, and fans couldn't help but chuckle at the sight of the high-energy coach being taken down by his own player. Swinney laughed it off and quickly got back up, showing the resilience he's known for. The collision added a memorable twist to the game, and fans still talk about it as one of the funniest sideline moments in recent college football history. Number 8. Notre Dame vs. USC, 2005. The 2005 Notre Dame vs. USC game was already high stakes, with both teams vying for a spot in the national championship. But the game took a wild turn during a play involving USC running back Reggie Bush, who was rushing down the sideline. The collision was intense, and the assistant coach lay on the ground momentarily, stunned by the impact of the powerhouse running back. This collision became a memorable moment not only because of its sheer force, but also because it happened during one of the most thrilling games in college football history. USC ultimately won the game in the final seconds, but the image of the assistant coach getting bowled over by Reggie Bush remains etched in fans' minds. Number 7. Texas A&M vs. Texas, 2011. The Texas A&M vs. Texas rivalry was known for its fierce competition. But in 2011, it also featured one of the most brutal sideline collisions. During a heated play, Texas A&M quarterback Ryan Tannehill scrambled to the sideline while being chased by a Texas defender. The cameraman went down hard, his equipment scattering as the force of the collision took him by surprise. The play resulted in both Tannehill and the cameraman briefly being shaken up. Fortunately, both recovered quickly. The cameraman's resilience became a symbol of the toughness required on the sidelines, and the clip remains a vivid memory for fans who witnessed the intensity of the rivalry that day. Number 6. LSU vs. Auburn, 2007. The 2007 LSU vs. Auburn game delivered one of the most infamous sideline collisions in college football. LSU wide receiver Brandon LaFell caught a pass and sprinted toward the end zone. The impact was so intense that two cheerleaders and a coach ended up on the ground, stunned by the unexpected contact. This collision was widely replayed and became one of the game's defining moments, showing just how dangerous the sidelines can be. The LSU versus Auburn rivalry is always intense, but this collision took it to another level, reminding everyone just how unpredictable and powerful the game can be. Number 5. Alabama versus LSU, 2012. In the 2012 clash between Alabama and LSU, Alabama running back T.J. Yeldon was sprinting along the sideline when he was tackled by a hard-charging LSU defender. Both players, caught up in the momentum, went flying into a group of media personnel and sideline crew members. One cameraman took the brunt of the impact, tumbling over and clutching his camera tightly as players scrambled to help him up. The sheer speed of the play combined with the sideline collision made for a jaw-dropping moment. Though the cameraman walked away shaken but uninjured, the incident underscored the close proximity of sideline personnel to the game's intense physicality, adding to the high-octane energy of the Alabama-LSU rivalry. Number 4. Oregon versus Stanford, 2011. During a high-stakes 2011 game between Oregon and Stanford, Oregon quarterback Darren Thomas launched into a run toward the sideline, closely pursued by Stanford defenders. As Thomas stepped out of bounds, he collided full force with a photographer stationed near the action. The force sent both Thomas and the cameraman sprawling into a line of cheerleaders, who barely had time to react. This chain reaction collision became one of the game's most memorable moments, especially as Thomas, where a single sideline collision can turn into an unforgettable moment. Number 3. Penn State versus Ohio State, 2008. The Penn State versus Ohio State game in 2008 featured a brutal sideline collision that fans still talk about. One cheerleader was knocked off her feet and fell backward, only narrowly avoiding a serious injury. The incident highlighted the fierce rivalry between Penn State and Ohio State, showing that even the sidelines weren't safe from the game's hard hits. Though shaken, the cheerleader continued cheering, embodying the passion and resilience seen across college football. Number 2. Florida versus Florida State, 1997. In this legendary 1997 rivalry game, Florida running back Fred Taylor sprinted toward the sideline and was met by two Florida State defenders who launched a massive hit. Spurrier, caught completely off guard, took the hit full on and went down hard, surprising fans and coaches alike. The hit on Spurrier became an instant classic and is still played back during rivalry week as one of the most memorable sideline collisions. Though Spurrier laughed it off, it served as a reminder that even the most experienced coaches can end up in the thick of the action in college football's fiercest matchups. Number 1. Oklahoma versus Texas Tech, 2018. In 2018, Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray scrambled out of the pocket in a game against the unexpected collision sent both Murray and the photographer crashing into the media barricade. The photographer sustained minor injuries but continued covering the game, displaying true dedication. This collision became a viral moment, not only because of Murray's electric playing style, but because of the photographer's resilience and commitment to staying on the job. The incident also brought attention to sideline safety in college football, as players, coaches, and media members all experienced the game's raw, unpredictable energy up close. Thanks for joining us on this adrenaline-pumping journey through the craziest sideline collisions in college football history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling sports content. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Which collision had you on the edge of your seat? Until next time, stay passionate and keep loving the game.